There should be drums, there should be a fanfare, there should be crowds of people cheering all around me with fireworks going off and explosions and a neon sign to say that this is the greatest magic trick to ever be performed in the entire world or seen ever, 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 ever. It's a bold thing to say. It's an ambitious trick, and there's a pun in there for those who know things about magic. I promised that it would be here. It finally is. It's definitely been worth the wait. I also promised that there will be 5 shout-outs. Only one person has asked for a shout-out. So, Alf Nico, you get all 5 shout-outs. Alf Nico, Alf Nico, Alf Nico, Alf Nico, and, yes, you've guessed it, Alf Nico. This one is for you, and I'm going to be using this deck of cards. Now, when I told the cards in this deck that they were going to be performing in the greatest magic trick to ever be performed or seen in the world, ever, 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 they got very excited. One card in particular, the Ace of Spades, wanted to be star of the show. He's a big shot. He loves being in the limelight, but to stop other cards from getting in that limelight, he did some pretty awful things to them. I won't tell you what he did, but let's just say I was fishing the Queen of Hearts out of a very, very nasty place. She's now getting better. She's receiving counselling, is now back in the deck, but isn't up to playing a part in this trick. I had to have words with the ace and tell him that because of his behaviour, he would not be allowed to take part in this trick this time round. He got angry with me after that, and he said some choice things. I said some choice things back to him. We argued. He stormed off, vowing to ruin this trick every time I perform it. He did apologise later on, so I've allowed him back in the deck, but he's not going to take part in this trick. We're going to have to have a look for him in the deck and keep an eye on him. And while I'm looking for him, you can check out this deck. It's a completely ordinary shuffled deck. No particular order to all the cards, and there's no duplicates, and no Ace of Spades so far. Where are you? No, he's not in there. That's quite worrying. There can be 2 explanations for this, or one of possible 2 explanations for this. Either he's off sulking somewhere in a corner, or he really, really is going to do something to ruin this trick. I hope it's the former. Not that I want him to be sulking, but I don't want this trick to be ruined. But never mind, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and we'll just use another card, and at the nearest mention of another card, he just jumps out of the deck. This is the type of show-off that he is. But never mind, I know how to deal with show-offs. We will just put him into the deck and use the next card down. Alright, very clever, very funny. You've had your fun. Now, this isn't your trick. This is the greatest magic trick to ever be performed or seen ever, 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 and you are not in it. That's not even the trick. Let's put you in the deck as agreed. You will stay inside the deck. Okay, he's inside the deck, and we will now use the next card down. Stop it. I know what he's doing. He's trying to get me riled so that I will so that I'm going to just say, oh, okay, so that I can get the trick done. You can be the star, but I will not give in. That will not happen. Do you understand me? You will go underneath all of these cards, underneath all of those cards, and I will just take the next card down, which is stop it. Stop it. You will not ruin this trick. You will go inside there, and we will take the next card. Okay. This isn't working. I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to try something different. I am determined that he is not going to ruin it. Let's try something else. Let's try doing one of these one of these fancy shuffles that some magicians do, where they look impressive, and when they tell you that they've shuffled the pack after doing something like this, you don't actually realise that they've just put all the clumps of cards back in the same position they were in before. That's not going to work. Let's try actually shuffling the cards. There's a novel idea. Not many people actually do this, or not many magicians actually do shuffle the cards. I don't know why, because it mixes the cards around. It might confuse the ace, and no, stop it. I said stop it. You are not going to do this to me. You are going to go inside the pack, and we're going to use the next card. I don't believe it. Right. he's playing games, and I'm going to beat him at his own game. I have an idea. He keeps coming to the top of the pack, so let's get him inside the deck. There he is. There he is. You can see him, and I'm going to put him inside there like that. Now, because he's going to the top, I'm not going to take the top card. I'm going to take some cards down, like the 14th card down, and that's the one we're going to use. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards. So we've now got 14 cards. Let's just gather them all up. And the greatest magic trick to ever be performed ever in the world, ever, using the, I don't believe it, how, you are going to stay benched. You are benched, you are not going to be a part of the trick, you are not even going to be in the deck. We talked about this, we did talk about it. We are going to use the next card. Oh! How, right, he's made a mistake. He has made a mistake because he's left us with another card. He's left us with the 8 of diamonds. Right, he didn't expect that. So we're gonna put him in lockdown. Okay, put him in lockdown. There he is, the ace of spades going into a small clump of the deck. And now we have the 8 of diamonds, which is going to be used in the greatest magic trick to ever be performed in the entire world, ever, and we will... Right. That is the last straw, okay? I'm going to choose another card while you are there, while I am staring at you. And you are not going to spoil it, because we are going to use the 7 of diamonds, okay? We're going to use the 7 of diamonds. And now we have that card. We don't need you. You can go into the deck, and we will just put the deck down. Right, 7 of diamonds in the greatest magic trick to ever be performed, ever. Right, you will go inside the deck. You will go inside the deck, and I give up. Right, greatest magic trick to ever be performed in the entire world or seen ever, ruined by the ace of spades. I hope you're happy. Like, share and subscribe.